Hi, my name is Nina Jones, and today I'm going to be talking about relationships. I'm going to be basically talking about what God has been dealing with me for the past many years. But my subject today is going to be about I do with a question mark. You have a lot of people that want to be married, but that they are not ready to be married. You have a lot of people in marriage relationships today that want out. A lot of people want in, and they're not really ready. I was talking to this lady, and she wanted to get married for years, but once she got married, she treated her husband like dirt. Okay, so she didn't do, what the Bible even talks about. You even have people that even though they're in the church, and I'm not going to be talking from a secular perspective, even though I'm going to add some secular stuff in it. I'm not going to talk from a secular perspective. I'm going to talk about from Christianity. I'm not going to talk about it from the church perspective, boyfriend and girlfriend relationships, because we as the people of God, we really should not be having boyfriends and girlfriends, because the Bible does not teach that. The Bible teaches husbands and wives, not boyfriends and girlfriends, because if you start getting into boyfriend-girlfriend relationships, you're going to find out that people are going to be making testosterone and estrogen sandwiches, and the church is going to be growing because people are going to do what they want to do. You're not going to be dating someone and not attracted to them. And if you're attracted to them, you're going to start doing stuff that you ought not to be doing. So to calm all that down, you need to, if you're going to be dating someone, you need to be saying, I'm dating this person to marry them. This is just basically my little introduction. But I do want to talk about this one couple that I've been eyeing, and this is the reigning sexiest man, Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey. Because I'm gonna watch, and the reason why I want to watch this couple, this is a new relationship they got going on. I mean, they already told her business about this is her fifth man by the time she's 23 years old. Now, I mean, and now they're I love you and I love you. Sometimes we have to calm down all the wee about getting into a relationship. Calm it down and think. She's a beautiful girl. He's a gorgeous man. But anyway, but I really want to be a help to people. This is not the platform that I was actually looking for, but when God started giving you dreams about how you're in rebellion because you're not doing what I told you to do, it's time to do something and do it now. So I'm doing this. So I'm going to bark on a few things. I'm going to bark on also about the wounded soul. Sometimes the Bible says how that the devil persecutes our souls. The devil once looked at Jesus and said, I see, if you look at it and read it in the Amplified, the devil told Jesus, I see that there is nothing in common between me and thee, torment me not. So the devil couldn't do anything with Jesus because he didn't have no wounds in our soul. The Bible also tells us about, in the Amplified, about the worms that dieth not, which are symbolic of the wounds in our souls. And a lot of times the reason why we're not really ready for marriage, because we got a lot of wounds in our souls that would hinder us from having good relationships, prosperous relationships. So we need to get rid of this. Sometimes we look at, how mama treated daddy, and we just do what we see. We just do what we see. And because we do what we see, we don't end up in good relationships. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about that. And I want to talk about, some people's hindrances. Sometimes, if people are in a relationship, don't be talking about people that are in a relationship that you possibly want to be in. Don't be upset because someone's talking to someone and they're not talking to you yet. And then I've also been looking at, we get the People's Magazine. And within the People's Magazine, there's a lot of people with some big age difference. I would rather people even with the big age difference. If that's what they want to do, I would rather people go ahead and get married than to be like one lady said. She looked around her church and she said, "Where are the mothers?" Because all these babies were everywhere. People was having babies, but no one getting married. Okay, and then another thing I'm gonna talk about. I want to talk about also. Sometimes you got to learn how to slow down. Stop all the wee. I'm in this relationship. Wee. We're so together. Wee with this. Look, people, calm down. Get on a block of ice and eat you some chocolate. You'll be better off just calming down, and then don't just go places to look for somebody. Like when this man, his wife died, and when his wife died, his church grew by 30%. Why? Because these women are looking to be married. And it's like, and a lot of people, they're always going to put forward their best foot forward, even though they're not really willing to do what you're even saying, not even what the Bible said. Just like this woman said in the Sunday school, we know what the Bible say about how a woman ought to treat her husband, but we just not going to do that. Another thing I want to be talking about is just that even though I've noticed, I read, the Bible says how that the man, you're the stronger vessel. But a lot of men are acting pretty weak because you have a lot of men, they're getting married, looking at a woman saying, "Ooh, I want that." And people are saying, "No, you don't." He be like, "Oh, yes, I do." No, you don't. If a mother tell a man, "You don't want my daughter," that woman ought to know that daughter. Sometimes a man look at the beauty of a woman on the outside, but she'll be jacked up on the inside. And then once you marry her, you're in a mess. And just because a person's happy about getting married, that don't mean that they're going to treat you right. And I think about this lady that I was actually trying to be. I was trying to be a movie extra once. Can you imagine? I was trying to be a movie extra, and I met this lady who ended up becoming she ended up getting a part in a movie. She ended up getting a part in a movie. She played, hey Tammy, she played the mother of a son whose wife was beating him, I'm sorry. But he didn't know that about her in the beginning. It makes me think about how much talking do you do? How much observing of a person do you do? Sometimes that outward appearance ain't worth a quarter. Yeah, you look good. You want to be able to men need to learn how to detach. Don't just look at a beautiful woman saying, "Ooh, I want that." Then you end up marry that person, and then you're in a mess. You don't want that. And then sometimes, and I'm gonna say this: the women have to learn. You need to learn how to stop giving up sex. A lot of women are giving sex thinking that's the way to get a man. No, it's not. I've had men tell me, I had a man tell me, they said, "Nina, I'm going to be a man and I'm going to try to get me some sex from a woman. But I'm going to see if a woman going to be a woman and not give it to me." Let that be a Salah moment. Sometimes, even though you got this chemical reaction going on in you, look, go get you some chocolate and cool down. Calm down. Because you don't want to get in a relationship and hate the fact that you're there. This is a lifetime. I'm reading about people getting married, then after a few years they're divorcing, but we're still friends. And that's good that they're friends, but marriage is supposed to last a lifetime. It's supposed to last till death do you part. So you need to really, really dig down deep into this. Dig down deep into this. And another thing I actually want to talk about is like people, they want to talk about this big age difference. I was like, okay, so since we want to talk about this big age difference, I don't think this person should get married. I don't think that person should get married. Well, let's go for the Bible. Let's take it to the Bible since we are Christians. and we obey the Bible, let's look at what the Bible say about people getting married. When Joseph was going to marry Mary, the mother of Jesus, Mary was a teenager. Do you think Joseph was a teenager? No, Joseph was a grown man when he married Mary. Let's look at Isaac. The Bible says that Isaac was 40 years old. He was 40. He was 40 years old when he married Rebecca. Do you think Rebecca was 30, 35 years old? No. Rebecca was a teenager. When they married them, and they married a virgin. You know, we're pretty loose in America. But they married virgins. Them grown men married virgins. And a lot of times, them virgins were teenagers while those men were grown. Okay, let's look at something else. An older woman going to marry a younger man. Judah was going to give Tamar to Shelah. But Shelah was not grown. Judah told Tamar, go to your father's hood and stay in your widowhood until Shelah be grown. If you get the People's Magazine, you will see a lot of people with big age difference. But I'm noticing a lot of people with the problem with the age difference are a lot of people that are single. And you know what? That might be your hindrance, about reason why you're not getting married, because you bashing somebody else. If they happy, they happy. Look at Tina Turner. Tina was 75 years old when she met her 40-year-old husband. Don't let that fool you now. Come on now. If they happy with that, if that's what they want, I would rather people be married than to labor in fornication. That's what I would rather. If that's what they like, go with it. But anyway, but people, they really need to really calm down about being married. Some people want to be married, but they're not ready. You have women that don't want to do the word. They're not trying to receive your seed offering. That's why you get a lot of people messing around. Come on here. But anyway, but I really want to, if people really want to be married, I want to try to be a help to them. So I'm going to be putting out videos just to get this out, because I don't want to be in rebellion with God because I'm waiting on the right platform. But what's the right platform, for us to do this? But I want to talk about the 5-year process that God taught me. And some women want to look at, well, I'm beautiful, and I got a nice car, and I got money in the bank, and I got this and I got that. What God taught me had nothing to do with all that. And my thing is this right here. If you all of that, why are you single but chasing a man? The Bible tells me, whoso findeth a wife, the whoso is the man looking for a wife, he gonna find him a good thing. Whoso finds a wife finds a good thing, not a woman finding a husband. And sometimes, I've been trying to tell people, the best way to get married, don't even think about it. Just live your life. There's more than being married. There's more to life than being married. Some people are told you'll never get married, and they be like, "Oh, yes, I will," and it's like, "No, you won't." Like this woman told this other woman, "You're not gonna get married." "Oh, yes, I am. But I'm gonna get married." The girl ended up dying and didn't get married, but she didn't want to hear it. I got a lot of people I know that want to be married, and it's like, until you change this right here, you ain't gonna get married. But I want you to get married if you want to get married. But calm it down. Every time people get around you, you talk about your Boaz, yo this and yo that. It's like, stop the wee. I'm gonna get married. Stop it. Calm down. Please calm down. I want to be able to teach people the 5-year process that God taught me before I got married. Because I'm gonna be honest, when I was first engaged, I wasn't ready to get married. I wasn't ready to get married at all. God had to break some things down and rework my mind because I wasn't ready. But a lot of people feel like they're ready, to be married. But you may be ready in your body, but you're not ready in your mind. Not ready in your mind. So I want to talk to people about my process. I want to talk to people about possibly getting the wounds in their souls healed so that they can be better husbands, be better wives, because that's too long of a life to live with somebody and be in misery. Some people, you get a lot of men saying, well, as long as mama happy, the family happy. No, that's not what God taught me. That's not what he taught me. And I want to put this out to try to be a help to people, but you got to want to listen, and you got to want to be able to go through the process in getting married before you end up wrecking somebody's life. Because, everything want to get married. A man that'll beat you upside your head and kill you want to be married. A woman that will beat on you want to get married. A man that want to have sex with your children want to get married, but will put that best foot forward, and you ain't listening. You ain't listening. A lot of men, they're listening more to the head in their pants and not the head on their neck. And then you're not listening to your head. You better learn to slow this thing down, calm it down. Because everything want to get married. And then these days, you don't know what you're marrying. Look like a girl. That thing was born a man that just transgendered. You don't know what you're marrying these days. I think about my great niece. I'm thinking about what it's going to be like when she get married. It's bad when you have to, when you talking to somebody, you got to ask them, were you born what you are? Are you born a man? Are you born a woman? That's what it's coming down to. Because you have people they have actually married a transgender and not trying to. But because they didn't get out all this information from them. But we're just gonna just try to be a help to people, as I've been telling people to really seek God about what's your hindrance and why you're not married right now. Sometimes you're your hindrance. Stop talking about folks. Don't talk about folks, and just don't talk about it. Just leave it alone. Be happy for people if they get married. If they're talking to somebody. I'm gonna say this. I was looking at these two people, and while I was looking at them, I was saying to myself, if they would get together and marry, that would be a beautiful couple. So I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen with them. There are some relationships that I see that if these two would get together, that would be a powerful couple. But that'll never happen. Sometimes we miss our opportunities because of how we're thinking. But like I said, I'm gonna be watching this couple. I just want to see where it's gonna go. I hope it turns into a marriage, because girlfriend, this her fifth man at 23. Then she actually turned 25, but she met Michael B. Jordan while she was 23. I pray it becomes a marriage relationship because they're both interested in getting married. But like God was teaching me, Nina, sometimes you can go about things the wrong way, and it don't end up that way. So let's hopefully you'll listen to what I have to say. I'm actually going to break down the wedding vow to help people to really understand, and I'm gonna actually show you books that I have read that helped me, that God was telling me about. Now, he didn't tell me to get these books. I just went and bought these books because he was letting me know, get your studying ministry. So I would get books, and I was just reading about some stuff, and marriage is really it's a beautiful thing. Don't let people convince you that it's better for you just to live in a fornicating relationship. Everything about life is the ultimate goal of life for people, especially us as Christians. You want to make heaven. Okay, don't live a life to keep you in sin. But we're gonna dig a little deeper. Just listen. You'll learn something. I really want people to be married if that's what you want. But I'm saying to myself, a lot of people, I don't see it for them. But just because I don't see it for you, that don't mean it won't happen. That don't mean it'll happen. But hopefully, I can get a message over to people. And I like I said, I want my dreams to change. I don't want God to tell me, "Depart from me, you work of iniquity." You done took your seed and laid it up in a napkin. So I'm doing this platform. Hopefully, people will understand what I'm trying to get to. We're talking about I do, but are we really ready to do the I do? Let's get prepared. Let's get prepared so that we won't shipwreck someone's relationship and we won't end up in something that we wish we wasn't. Okay, so until next time.